Hello and welcome to the Music Scout podcast with myself, Lewis Fisher, and welcome back for episode 110. Thank you all very much for joining me. So, last episode we had a episode for women and also just a full roster of female artists, because I thought it was about time to appreciate the fine art as well. And it was great. It was really, really good. And it got a lot of great feedback as well. So thank you very much for giving some feedback, and I'm glad you enjoyed the episode. This week, though, we're getting back to normality in terms of just featuring all genders, all races, and all that jazz. So we are starting off with Josef with "Think That I Don't Need Your Love Today," and then we've got Soak and the Second After, who are a pop punk band that are going to be coming up later on. We've got David Keenan with a nice acoustic flow. And then we got the double header of music coming from Bamley, BC Pines, and then finishing off with a brand new band that are coming up with their first ever single that have been released. It's going to be Seven Spines to close the show for you. So let's not dabble anymore. Let's get into Josef, which I've been wanting to play for a little while actually. It's been one that's been on my playlist, but really glad that it's finally happening. So I thought I'd open with it. Perfect slot for it. So I Think That I Don't Need Your Love by Josef is coming up for episode 110 of the Music Scout.
Walking down the street and I'm pulling in the passers-by. There's something to see. Usually I don't think twice, but something's different this time. There's a change in me. Well, maybe I'm just paranoid. With all this light and all this noise, how could it be? I have forgotten the boy who took away all of my joy, brought me down to my knees. Second guess myself, fucked up and said I'm bitter as well, but I'm better than that. We had a good run, now it's no fun, nobody's won, and that is that. I just think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your It wasn't without a fight. I put it in the thing that I would get you out of my head. But now I'm on the other side. All that is left of the skies on a tissue behind my bed. Like a cigarette burn, I have learned not to let it hurt like I did at first. Though the bubble has burst, I fell at first into the dust. It could always be worse. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I don't think I will need your love. I don't think I will need your love, your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I really think that I don't need your love. I don't think I need your love. I don't think I need your love.
Think That I Don't Need Your Love there by Josef, a really, really funky track as well. And Josef actually writes, produces, and records all of his tracks as well by himself. It's in his profile, and it sort of makes it very aware that he's the one who does everything essentially. So massive props to him for creating such a clean sound as well. And I always find that when I want to show off an artist, I find that, you know, I think that this is the latest song, but it never is. Yesterday, Josef put up a new single, so I can never be ahead of the game. But this one's called The Sun Is Up Forever, so do go and check that out. I'm sure, I haven't actually had a listen to it, but I'm sure from this song, it is an absolute banger. So I am fairly confident that this guy is going to go places, and yeah, do go and check it out if you did enjoy that one. So now we're going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to go for a song by Soak, and this is going to be the song Knock Me Off My Feet. From the 2019 album Grimtown, that was Soak and Knock Me Off My Feet. A really, really fun track, this one. Very nice and bouncy, bubbly, and reflects the whole ethos of the album as well from 2019. So if you did enjoy this, you'll probably enjoy the album. So do go and check out Grimtown. That was in 2019. So next track we're going to have is going to be a little bit different from the first two, shall we say. It's definitely going to, if you're a bit sleepy, I'm not here to do any ASMR or anything like that. I am here to wake you up a little bit, because these guys are with Revival Records, and this is going to be a band the second after, and Change My Condition.
Well, if I spit these words out Broadway, you'll see every promise grow. I've never
I feel like it's not been very long since I was away, but that was the second after with A Change in My Condition, the leading track from their We Are Who We Are EP that came out this year. So the second after, pop punk band, definitely one fans for the likes of, A Day to Remember and Green Day, and it brings back a lot of memories from my teenage years. And I think with the singles Thinking Clear and Daily Ritual, I think hopefully these guys will be heading in a positive direction in terms of bringing that sort of style back. It's good fun. I really enjoy it. It's good fun. It's very technical as well, especially from a drummer's point of view. But even they've got a song called A Very Pop Punk Wedding. So there we go. It's all about pop punk all day, every day. That's all I'll say. So now you're thinking I might need a bit of a rest from a very fast-paced song, I must say. Even I was struggling to keep up with it at times. So now we'll tone it down a little bit, and we'll have a song from David Keenan, who's featured on this podcast before. Big fan of his, and he has recorded a Mahogany Sessions. And this is going to be a very, very hauntingly beautiful song called Corner Boys Lament. Do enjoy.
There is something I've been meaning to tell you. When I die, I intend to walk alone to the streets where the corner boys commend me for making peace with the inner child from the mobile home. I am handing back the medals that you pinned to my chest. We're at war, it's not safer in the open. And the padlock you're wearing around your neck is a target for the cold, hungry half-wits at dawn, who are struggling to compose another drinking song. I feel safe amongst the hawkers and the gawkers, telling stories scribbled out on decks of cards, flicking marbles through mud-stained mirrors of second-hand ideals. You draw a drag whilst admiring the sweet haze of a city in the morning by Jack B. Yeats. Who's that at the door? That's only reality. Sure, let him in. Make sure he wipes his feet clean. Let us dissect the words from the markets and the factories. You bring me 2 glasses. There is work to be done. Fetch me 2 glasses. There is work to be done. Let us compare mothers and the madness in their methods. Let us compare fathers and the shape of their jawlines. Let us compare regretful sexual encounters. Oh, let us compare addictions past and present. Let us compare voices that dance on our heads. Let us make a pact now. Oh, let us spit in our hands. Let us compare songs that we wish we had written. Let us console one another. There is something I've been meaning to tell you. When I die, I intend to walk alone to the streets where the corner boys salute me for making peace with the inner child from the mobile home, losing sleep with the inner child from the mobile home, for counting sheep with the inner child from the mobile home.
David Keenan there with Corner Boys Lament from the Mahogany Sessions, and this song felt like it was very, very simplistic in terms of it was just the vocals and guitar, but you know when someone does it right is when it literally feels like they're very exposed and they're not hiding anywhere. You just see you feel like they're just standing in the middle of like a concert hall and everyone's just bearing down on them, but they absolutely smash it, and it sort of brings out an aura and a character for the song, which is quite hard to do. So if that did win you over, which it certainly did for me when I first heard this song, I was a fan of his already, but it sort of moved him up so many gears and levels that I, had to put this song on the podcast purely because he has a new album out for this year as well, and it's called A Beginner's Guide to Bravery, and this came out earlier on this year. So do go and check out David Keenan and A Beginner's Guide to Bravery, which came out this year. So now it's time for the double header of music, and we essentially put together two songs for you not to listen to my voice, which is a pleasant surprise for some of you. And we're going to listen to two songs in quick succession, but I tried to make them very different from each other. I tried to bend the genres a little bit, kind of with the last two, but in quick succession rather than me talking over one then the other, as per usual. So we're going to have Bamily, Bamily, with the song Katata. And then we will also have VC Pines, who have also featured on this podcast with the track Garden of the Year. I believe that was early last year. And their new song Bones. So enjoy those two, and I will speak to you in a bit.
my bones, but I know it goes deeper than that. When I lose control, I lose my soul, and I fade into the black. Now's about the time you're turning lights out. I wish I could see you in the night now. Stand across the street from your house. Nobody's around, it's kind of quiet out. Ooh, nobody's around, it's kind of quiet out. I feel it in my bones, and I know it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that. When I lose control, I lose my soul, and I fade into the black. I fade into the black. You thought you heard me whisper at your window. You thought you saw me following where you go. I'm seeing everything you ever do, so now I think I know you more than you know. Ooh, now I think I know you more than you know. I feel it in my bones, and I know it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that. When I lose control, I lose my soul, and I fade into the black. I fade into the black. It goes deeper than that. 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 But it goes deeper than that. 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 I feel it in my bones, and I know it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that. When I lose control, I lose my soul, and I fade into the black. I fade into the black.
So back from the double header of music, I hope you did enjoy both of those songs. So first we had Katata, and that was from Bamily, and this was an EP that was released back in November last year, and they've actually just released something else new. How about it? Another new single when I thought I had the newest one. It's called Family with a B, and it's another EP that they've released. So do go and check that out from Katata, and that was, Bamily, and with the song Katata. I'm getting the way around there. And also, just a note that the effects on that song were really cool, actually. It's one of the reasons why I picked it out. I thought it was very unique, very different in terms of all of the synthesizer sounds, and also just the very different production pieces that they used in this. I thought it was quite unique, actually, and also the melodic line, quite oriental sounding melodic line, not really heard again. So quite a unique band, quite a unique piece as well. So a lot of good things to pick out of that song. And they're VC Pines as well, so just after that you heard them with their track Bones. Once again, they have a new single out. Well, actually have a new EP out, and it's called Scully, so you can go and check that out. Again, really, really good songwriter. I find VC Pines does not disappoint, especially with tracks like Garden of the Year that I played last year. he just does. He's a complete package essentially. He will never disappoint with a bad song, really. So do go and check out VC Pines and Bamily there for you for the double head of music. So we have one more track for you for this episode 110, and that's going to be Seven Spines with the song Chameleon. Now, before I get on to talking about Seven Spines, thank you all very much for joining me as a first off, but also if you want to email me any of your suggestions for any bands that you've been listening to recently that you feel like might need a shout out or even a play, that is the music Scout Podcast at gmail.com, and the website is themusicscout.co.uk. And we also have the social media pages, which is Facebook and Instagram, which is The Music Scout, and also our Twitter, which is The Music Scout with the little underscore. So, after all of those plugs have been done, this is going to be Seven Spines, and they are a London-based band, and they have got a nice blend of Radiohead meets sort of Foo Fighters, Muse, nice sort of fuse there for you in terms of to get a real grip on sort of what they're planning to do with this band, which is, you know, it's a very interesting take on things. If you try to take Radiohead's inspiration of their sort of quirky high vocals with a very much a rocky sound, almost think of like Creep or something like that, but sort of flip it on its head a little bit and bring it back down to sort of London bass grit side of things, and that sort of puts you in that sort of Muse bracket as well. So both fairly high vocal ranges as well, and that also brings me back to Chameleon. So yeah, it's pretty good, and I really enjoy these guys, and thank you very much from Lydia Reed to send me these as well. This is their first ever single that they've released as well, so it's a brand new band, brand new track, so this is pretty much as brand new as I can get, and they haven't released a song. That's the main thing. They haven't released another song, so I'm in there first with the newest songs. So do enjoy Seven Spies with Chameleon, and I will see you all very soon. Ta-ra!
I've become used to the abuse. Now you say that it's not your fault when you are letting go, giving in to your personality. Yeah, for a minute there I have lost my head. Trust me now, if you were ever gonna see those voices in my sleep, found the dangerous make believe. Now if I hear them right and understand what they are saying, I don't like the rules you're making. You're not gonna get control of me.